Hi, everyone. Welcome to our October webinar. Thanks for putting up with our technical difficulties there, but I'm glad we got that all sorted out. We're really happy to have everyone here and really happy to have Mo Buti here presenting to us. So I will hand it over to her.
I'm old, so I got to put my glasses on. Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to hope I don't have any technical issues, right? I'll be in and out of present mode just so I could actually show you some cool stuff. Got to get all this goofy stuff off my screen, hide the floating controls. Okay, so we're going to have some fun with some wild and free stuff, right? And I don't want to waste your time on that. You can read it later. I'll just tell you real quick. I've been in the field of disabilities for 32 years. My last job in a public school, I was the director of autism and intellectual disabilities for Chicago Public Schools. I say over 6,000 students were under me. It was 6,111. So I was a teacher, an autism itinerant, and 7 years ago, well, 8 years ago in January, it'll be 8 years, I decided to take a leap of faith, start my own business. So I have an advocacy consulting company called Advocate and Instructional Expert for people with autism. And then I recently crossed out autism and wrote all. So that is about me. I know since we're a little behind, I don't mind zooming through some of this stuff. It's going to be fast paced. We're going to go over some free fun things that you can either use to support your students or even your creation of presentations for students. So that is a little bit about that. The outcomes were also probably shared, either extensions, add-ons to enhance presentation and instruction. We'll look at some apps and things like that. So like I said, I'm kind of going to go in and out a little bit here so that I can share things. So I am first going to we're going to keep our fingers crossed here that this works, and you're going to see in a second, hopefully my iPad on the screen. I am using a mirroring program, and you tell me if you can see my iPad.
Yep, we can see it.
Yay, it worked. So what I wanted to show you was this app called, oops, there it is. And I'm trying to open it. Come on. It's App Advice. And the reason why I love it is every single day you get an opportunity to buy apps that are not typically free for free. And it used to just keep them free for a day, but now they keep them free for a week. So for example, well, let me show you what's free today. So some of them are educational, some are not. But like a to-do priority, this could be maybe good for kids with autism, kids with organizational issues, right? It was $8.99. It's free. There's photo ones, a scanning one. So these are a calm breathing. We can all use that. Those are today. But if you go to the left, the cool thing is you can go right down and see which ones were free. Those are still free. Like I said, for a week. So you can keep going down and see what was offered for free, and you can still get them. You click right on them, they go right to the app, and you can get them directly from doing it that way. So again, free, and they stay on for a week. So I highly recommend signing up for that. I've gotten some really nice apps from there. All right. Let's go back to here. Another nice so bridging apps is not new, but they started a new search component, and it curates lists as well. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. So when you go to it, you can look at their curated lists. Or you can do your own. You can do it by date they were like created, prices, ratings, and then tools for, which is really cool. augmentative communication. Oops, sorry. Different learning, social emotional, math, science, reading, those kinds of things. Independent living, and then which platforms and which age. And then even when you pull up your list, you can then filter them by maybe lower to higher price, things like that. And they have internal reviews, and they come with internal reviews. Where's the, now I haven't gone to this one before, so maybe this one doesn't, oh, here, it's up here, sorry. An internal review, description, features, and some of them have, when they're, if you sign up for their newsletter, they'll feature one, and then that featured one will also have a video of their staff member explaining why they're featuring it and why they chose it. You can download it right from here. Any ones you want to, and you can look at their lists that they have already created. So like favorite AAC, there's all kinds of different lists. So it's just a nice way to navigate all the incredible amount of apps that are out there. All right, let's go back. So I know a lot of us are into the Bitmojis. Those of you who aren't, just remember you have to download Snapchat and Bitmoji as apps on a cell phone or an iPad. And then you have to link the accounts. They'll ask you to link them. I also recommend, if you are going to do anything with Bitmoji, you download the Bitmoji Chrome extension. Then while you're working, you can just click on it and you can click. I always recommend, if you're doing things, creating things for your classroom, you type in the word pose. I know that sounds silly, but those are most of the ones that they're mostly standing, which seem to be more appropriate in educational slides. If you're using it in an educational slide to present, instruction to kids. The cool thing is there's actually ways to animate Bitmojis. Actually, there's quite a few ways. These are all 4 that I am aware of, and I was just going to show you how to do a couple of those. So when I say animate, like, this is what it would look like. So I know this is silly. I'm like running on a beach and then I'm going to do a dance. But I want to show you just how simple it is. So I have a little tester one over here. I took a photo. This is a photo right outside my house. So this is Chicago. And if you guys all don't know yet, you can choose any photo to make it your background. So that's how I made this my background. I already put in my little Bitmoji here. I'm going to be flying, and I want to show you how to make it move. So here's my last slide. All you do is you're going to go copy and paste. Then on your new slide, you're going to take your arrow key and just go up and maybe over a little bit, and then go back to your slide, copy and paste. And now maybe she's going to go over here, maybe even turning a little. And what you're going to do with this extension is it's actually going to create a GIF out of it, which is like a short video. But it's so simple. Like, we literally are going to make this short video in like no time by just copy and pasting, moving this little guy over, copy and pasting, moving it over. Then we're going to say, all right, that's good enough. I'm going to go into my extensions, and it's called Creator Studio. Now, Creator Studio can make a video of my entire slideshow. It can create a GIF, which is what we're going to do. I do also like Creator Studio for pulling my speaker notes out, because then I can print them out and have them on the side if I ever want to. So that Creator Studio extension is also useful for that. But today we're going to create a GIF, and a script attached to this document needs permission to run. Oh, don't tell me you've unsigned me. You have. Well, I will sign right back in. Hold on. Yes. Oh, it's just allow. Okay, I could do that. All right. Phew. I'll go back. Extension, Creator Studio, create GIF. And come on. Okay. There it is. Seems to be lagging a little. So you can pick what kind of pixels you want, the interval seconds in between each one of these slides. I'm going to make myself, I'm going to make myself fly really quickly. So let's just make that. So it's an animated GIF, and I'm just going to press go. It's going to create it. And then it will drop it automatically in my drive, and it is called Creator Studio. It makes a folder for all of the ones you make. So I am going, oh, where is it? Did it not? You know what, these slide controls, you can't see them, but I can. We're probably covering it. So, oops. Render complete. All right, so then there it is. So when you open it, it is now flying. See, I could have even done it quicker. It's going really slow. I should have done it quicker, but your thing, and now you can input it into a presentation. I can go right here. I'm going to insert a new slide, and then you insert from your drive. I'm going to, oh, yay, recent. There it is. Make it bigger. All right. So that is one way to make your Bitmoji animated. The other way is to go to talltweets.com and go to select. It's already knows Google, so it says select your presentation. And then it's going to ask you again those questions about pixels and speed, but it's just as quick. Of course, when I'm staring at it, it's not, but there we go. And then I will image width. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to change any of that. I am literally just going to say create my GIF. GIF created, and the pixels are much better on this one because I didn't change them. And then you would just save it, and that too you can input right, and it just keeps looping because it's a GIF. All right, so there's one more way, and this is just what the tall tweet looked like from one I made before. You can also animate Bitmojis by using the animation tool in a Google presentation where it just moves the item, which you can do, of course, with any item you have on a Google slide. All right. So, oops, and oh, sorry, it's okay. So I guess I lied. There is one more way. And the Snapchat actually has animated lenses. So everything I was talking about is through your Bitmoji. Since they are connected, if you go on Snapchat, you can actually locate animation. So I am doing a horrible version of some kind of dance here. So don't worry, I won't talk about Bitmojis all day, but if you notice that sometimes when you download something, or if I was using these Bitmojis from up here, their pixels are not as good. So for example, if I wanted to make it really large, See the one on the left? It would look like that. But if you want them to look better, you can actually go to the website, which has great pixels, and that's just on their bitmoji.com website, where you can pretty much type in anything you want, and most likely you will find it. And these ones have much higher pixel resolution. You can get them right from there. Or any photo, you can go into this big jpg.com, and you can upload any image at all to increase the number of pixels. So I will try to stop talking about Bitmoji, but a lot of our students are just loving them. So let's just talk about a couple of other fun ways, bells and whistles, in the way we present materials to students. Unscreen.com. Here's what I did. I was trying to prevent any form of like technology not working. So I actually embedded the video of this one. So unscreen.com removes any video background without a green screen. So here's a quick video of, so I said I put a video in so we wouldn't have to deal with technical issues. And now my screen just turned black. I don't know if your guys did, but did your guys' screen just turn black?
Right now, we can see a little computer image. Oh, and now it's just a white screen.
Yeah,
for us.
that's very interesting. Okay, so super
Oh,
bummer.
we can see that now.
I wonder, I'll just play it in this mode then. And there is no sound for this one. It's just showing how you can actually put any video. You can remove, if that was a video of me turning around, I could have put any of those videos just by using unscreen. And then this one is remove BG. So oftentimes you might want to remove the background of a picture and just have the picture by itself. That is remove BG. And that one I did do a video because I wanted to make sure. Hey guys, I want to show you how quick it is to remove a background from a picture for free at remove.bg. So you just click on upload image. You're going to find an image you want. I am just going to go in here. Let's go to photos. Let's just pick a photo of me. Why not? All right. And done. I'm going to download it. Then I'm going to go over to my drive, add it. So I have to go back to my downloads, and there we go. I'm going to upload it into my drive. So then when I'm in a Google slide, I can insert an image from my drive. And there it is. And obviously they don't have to be just people, right? But I was just using a person to demonstrate it, but it's so simple. So what that's basically called is a transparent photo. It doesn't sound like that's what it's called. You would think transparent means see-through. It really just means like the photo by itself, the object by itself. So this is a website where you can search just for these types of photos so that, you know, if you were looking for an apple and you Google searched apple, you might have an apple in a bowl or an apple on a shelf or an apple on a table or an apple with like a striped background. So the transparent means it's just the apple. So you can get it from this website, but did you guys know in your Google search, if you're in your Google search bar, all the way at the corner, it says tools. If you click on tools, you get size, color, type, time, and this usage rights. That'll tell you whether, you know, they're free images or they're, you know, if you're allowed to reuse them. And then color is where you can find transparent. I'm going to show you one more screenshot. So you can go any color, black and white, or transparent, or pick a color. So if I put butterfly in my Google search, clicked on my tools, and then under my color, I clicked transparent, I will get a butterfly with nothing in its background. All right. Pretty simple. This website kind of blows me away how simple this is. So this is how to get rid of a certain part of a picture. So I am going to go to, wow, I probably shouldn't search pictures just willy-nilly, huh? You never know what's on my, no, let's see what I've got here. Should I dare click on the camera roll? Oh, it's empty. You're kidding me. Let me get, that is very interesting. I thought I had it all set up to pull a photo for you guys. There we go. I'm just going to click this. If anyone watches Bravo TV, that's Jonathan Anton. Okay. I am going to say, you know what? I really wish that he did not have that tattoo. And I am just going to get rid of it. Watch how easy this is. What? Like, that's pretty cool, right? And why did I wear this necklace? I don't know. Oop, that one didn't work as good, but I can fix it. You know, I don't want this fan. I mean, look, you don't have to outline them perfectly. Isn't that great? Because it still has the table there and the back wall. So then you just save it and download it. So if there's any photos, maybe you have a certain student that can't be in a photo. Maybe we don't want him in the photo. You would just, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but basically I won't waste your time doing that, but I could remove him from the photo that simply. So just consider all the great fun ways you can use that. This is autodraw.com. And I, again, did a quick little video just in case technology wasn't working. I want to show you this fun autodraw.com. So this could be great for students. It can increase their confidence if you're not the best drawer. So I'm going to use my autodraw. Let's see. I am going to make a boat. I'm not like the best. Now you see up at the top, it's giving me all kinds of choices of what they think I might be drawing. Look at these. Okay, I can go with just the basic. There it is. You could do text. You can change the color of the fill. You could do shapes. You can change the color of what you're drawing. Let's see, I'm going to do an apple. Oh, yeah, much nicer than mine. All right, and then you save them and you can embed them into your presentations. But isn't that super cool? All right, so, oops, autodraw.com. We won't look at this one, but this is just a bunch of free icons, flaticon.com. And this, I do like this Luna pick because it does this great edit and adjust where you can actually take, like, I'll make a classroom scene in one of my presentation slideshows for students, and I will make it look like, you know, the carpet is like large at the the bottom and then it comes in. So it gives it depth and it actually looks like a room. So there's a lot of great little effects you can do to any photos you can upload. They also have photos there as well, but you can just upload your own and lots of free editing. So the reason why I'm going to talk about GIFs or Giphies, is not just because they can be super fun like this guy, but if you notice this hand, you can actually go into the giphy.com, and if you search, let me see if yes, I have it up. Remember the word transparent. So this one, I searched transparent pointing, and that gives the finger just alone. So you can do like transparent arrow. You can tell I've done that one before. And it can draw attention. So the ones that are transparent, it'll just be the arrow. So let me show you how to insert these. So let's say I want to use this one. You're going to click on it. You're not going to do embed, although you would think you would. You're going to do share, and you're going to copy the link. And then when you go to your presentation, believe it or not, it's an image. So you're going to insert an image, but if you scroll down by URL, place in that copied URL, insert your image. Of course, it's upside down, but you can use that to draw attention to a particular thing. So maybe you're creating a slide for a child, and you really wanted to make sure that they clicked on this link, or that they read this word, or the directions. You can have this animated symbol. So you can do any kind of, you can really search any, arrow, plus sign, minus sign. Maybe a child's working on math facts and they never look at the symbol. I always say highlight them, but can you imagine if the plus signs were blinging or something? So they're like, oh yes, draws my attention to the operation sign. But also the other Giphies can be pretty fun as well. You can also, just like we did Bitmoji Chrome extension, you can also do a Giphy one. So you can just search right off your toolbar. And you can make them on a cell phone, an iPhone, or a Samsung. They're in their settings. This is a quick trick on how to get an emoji to pop up. So I have a PC and using Windows. I am just going to click on the Windows sign like it says here, and then a period, and this automatically comes up so that I can just click on one of these, use these, copy and paste this, and put it in. All right. I do like to embed sounds in some things. Again, if I'm making a presentation for students, sometimes I want like the try again type of sound, or the bells and whistles kind of sound. I made this very, very quickly remedial kind of example. So maybe the direction was to point to 5. And they click on this. Oh, because it's not in slide mode, I'm just going to have to play it. Right? So you might have a very sound, but maybe this one has no sound and this one has no sound. So you know you're right when you hear that sound. So you can really utilize these free sound clips from this site to embed in here. And you embed audio by just going insert audio. And then you can, so if you want to see if you want to see my audio is right there. And you're probably like, how did you get this guy to cover them up? So you go into arrange, and you can actually change the order. So maybe now I want to send the number to the back just to show you. So now see how the sound's on the top, but if I want the sound to be in the back, you just go arrange, order, and I'm going to now put the sound in the back. So now when you look at it, you don't see it anymore. All right. So some little tricks like that help is keeping items together, because I'm going to show you, like, if this is the classroom scene I'm making, which, by the way, the carpet is made from that slideshow. See how it gives it kind of that depth. I mean, from that website, sorry, the editing one, Luna Picks. So I can get all these things from the internet, but if a student, I can embed hyperlinks. So it could take, like, maybe this takes them to the alphabet song. Maybe this takes them to a color sorting activity, various things like that. You just insert, you know, your hyperlinks, but the problem would be, oh no, my chalkboard moves. Oh, that's not going to help. A child's going to move on it and it's going to move everywhere. So what you do is you go to arrange. Now, why isn't it letting me group? Oh, no, actually, you can do that. So I did that for these three. See how they're all together now? Let's say I want this and the chalkboard to move at the same time. So I can, whoops, now I'm moving everything. You would just highlight the things, maybe I already did it and that's fine. No, it's not. Well, you would highlight all the things that you want grouped together. I will show you on another slide because this one must already have some. And then you go up to arrange and you just say group, and then that way they all move together. But I do want to show you, what if I wanted to use this as my background, but you're thinking, wow, everything's moving. You just go up to slide and download, and then you download just current slide as a JPEG. So it's going to download that as a picture, right? And then guess what? Then you go to background and you choose that image from your downloads. And then nothing will move on it. It'll be stable. So for example, like this one, you can have a game played, but like these might move. This might move. So you would do the same thing. You would download it as the single slide as a picture and then upload it as a background. Okay. This is, let's see. Oh, I already, sorry, that's a picture of me. But it's a great, you put in any picture, you put in any text, and it's simple to edit this text. You can curve them, you can not curve them. And you just can download them as well. So it's just a simple, it's mostly the font on the picture that's unique about this one, that you can change the font. You can have it angled, regular, or you can curve it. And when you curve it, you have the option to go medium, strong, reverse. Yeah, so that is that one. So Google has this cool thing called Google Explore. I'm going to demonstrate on this. Oh, I have to get rid of the toolbar. So right down here on any of the Google Suite items, there's this thing Explore. So I'm going to click on it. And now I'm going to say I'm doing a research paper on butterfly. Oh, why did it not? Creator Studio. Sorry, guys. Butterfly. Let's just say that because we might see something really pretty. And you can look at this. I can actually cite. I mean, I wish they had this when I went to college because I could cite it on as the footnote, and it'll start adding each of them, like anything I'm using. And then you can even go into here, you can change like which type of citation you want. You can go right to the website from there. You can copy and paste stuff. You can do images, but I just love this whole citation. That was probably one of the hardest things to do in college. And if you look, Word also has, theirs is called research. So if I want to research, I'm going to do, now I'm on to poodles. And research, by the way, is just found here under references. You just click on the research tab and you go, huh, okay, this is cool. So relevant topics. And then it's going to do the same thing with the citations, and it'll just add them. I mean, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. open in reading view. So there's a ton of just great things under the research right here under your Word documents. All right, oops. Well, that is the wrong, sorry about that. All right, that is Explore. Oh, this is super cool. So you know how sometimes you're like giving someone maybe a link? Any link, look what you can do on Chrome. Click on it, like you're going to share it, and look at the options. Yeah, you can copy the link, but you can create a QR code. So you can create a QR code for any link. So if I wanted to give you the link to my handout, I could say, you know what? I'm going to give them this cool QR code. And you can download it or you can copy and paste it. But isn't that cool? And they always have a dinosaur in it. I'm not sure what the deal is with the dinosaur, but so any website, you can create a QR code. Again, you just go right up to the Chrome web browser, you go to the little share icon, and you just scroll down to create QR code. Cool. All right. Oh, so do you know you can also change your default font, which I wish I knew this a while ago. I once changed an entire presentation's font one by one, each slide, but I recorded it just to help out.
I'm going to
Ah,
show you how to set a default font in Google Docs. So when you open a Google Doc, it'll be the font that you prefer to use. This can also help with if you're creating materials and you want it to be in a certain font, you can set those up if you're doing a lot. This is great for our struggling readers or those that need a specific font for learning that helps improve their readability. So we want to make sure that this tab right here says normal text, and then we can go and change to the font that we choose or prefer. So I'm going to show you too why this is helpful for creating materials or for other students, because when
the
we're creating
A.
materials, we always get this A with that little hook at the top. And when we're first learning our letters or to help with readability, we want this rounded A, as that's how the students are learning, or you are learning how to read and write. You can add fonts if there's a font you want and it's not in your list already. There's a ton of different fonts that you can choose to add to your list. I'm going to go with fonts that have that improved readability, so are spaced out, nice clean lines, like Pompons or Lexend. So I'm choosing Lexend because this supports our struggling readers and improves readability. Now we're going to go to normal text, and we're going to update normal text to match. Now to check this, if I open normal text again, you see all of these options for your text formatting have changed. Oops, I just hit the wrong button, so we'll go fix that again. Make sure we're in normal text and update normal text to match. And then we're going to go to Format, Paragraph Styles, and we're going to go all the way down to Options and Save as my default style. So now when I open a new document,
It's
it will
automatically.
show and open as with the font that I chose before. And I will show you this works in other pathways as well.
All right. So anyways, I thought that was great because of that readability, that A that she talked about. So many different programs open up with a different font. So to be able to change that when you're working with students is awesome. Let's see here. This is something else Google has that's fairly new, building blocks. I'm just going to go to a Google Doc, insert. Where are my building blocks? Oh, every time minimize my floating. There we go. Oh, drop down. Okay, so maybe I want to add a project status. That is not the one I wanted to insert though. I wanted to search, oh, building blocks. That's interesting that it's turned off right now. Huh. I literally just made a building block. So you insert and it's supposed to be right there. I don't know if you needed to have a new one. Google Doc. Insert building blocks. Yeah, I don't know why that one was not working. So maybe I want to do a tracker. So you can use this for student schedules. I could say like math, reading. I'm just randomly typing stuff in, but you can say not started or change it to in progress. You can change it to under review. You can change it to whatever you want it to say, but it creates it lovely like this. This could be used for students in class and how they're tracking their progress. And that is called building blocks. So I don't know, do you guys all know the YouTube hack yet? So, you know, when you go to YouTube and you have to watch the commercials, or a student's going to see or have the ability to search other things, or it just stops at the end. Well, if you put a T, if you add a dash after the T in YouTube, I'm just going to take a random, well, it's not really random. I did look it up ahead of time. Oh. And I'm going to pause this and I'm going to put, pause. I am going to put a dash, literally just put a dash. Oh, and it makes it full screen here. And then, dun, 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 full screen.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to
move it. Okay, so I thought that would be a fun one. But all by just putting in that dash. So I could have then taken that new web link with the dash in it and embedded it into any student work. They would not have access to YouTube. It would be full screen and it loops. That is, I had a video in case it didn't work. This is the same hack, but you have to actually type in underline pop-up. I would rather do the other one. It's super simple. You saw how quickly I did that. Wanted to show you something that is super cool by Snapchat, since I kind of have talked a little bit about them. They now have a wheelchair, cane, and a hearing aid that people can add, which just makes it more inclusive. So if all of your students in class are creating a Bitmoji of themselves, hopefully there are now more options that kids can connect with, or adults, of course. Also, Snapchat has an ASL learning lens sign with Snap. So I'm just going to show you some screenshots of it. It's super cool. The challenge I had when using it is you have to have your hand within that box. That box is actually on the screen of your phone or your iPad. So what's in the middle of this middle screen is what they demonstrate. And then you do it in the screen. And if it views it as correct, it's going to check it off that you got it correct when you go look at which signs you've learned. I thought that was pretty cool. This, I'm going to see if I could show you a few apps now. I'm going to mirror, and we will keep our fingers crossed that the mirroring works. It did a minute ago, so there should be no reason why it doesn't. Oh, of course, I should have never said that, right? Hold on. I said that, and then I'm like, and it's not mirroring. Try one more time. Okay. There it is. So there are a few apps that I like that, oh, sorry, I was probably making you guys dizzy. Sorry about that. That can kind of change your voice. I know that sounds really kind of silly, but I've had students that have been considered selectively mute. I have some children that are learning to speak or to communicate, or reluctant to because maybe they have some challenges. So what's super cool is you simply just click on the microphone, click one more time to record. Hello, what is your name? Stop it by clicking, and now I can hear my voice with helium.
Hello, what is your name?
Hello, what is your name?
Hello, what is your name?
So I'm going to stop there, but could you guys hear the voices? But anyways, it changes your voice, which is super cool and fun, and could be really motivating. Even GarageBand, as silly as that sounds, is you can do the exact same thing. Here, I just recorded, I think probably hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, that sounded quite almost interesting here. And then I can change it to a robot. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? So by just, by just changing on this wheel, which type of voice you want to use. There's one more I'll show you, but there's also some online. So this very silly looking guy. Yes, I know I'm going to talk to you in a minute there, Mr. Leonard. So if I click here and I record that I am talking, then he will pick it up and
Click here, and I record that I am talking, then he will pick it up and...
So then I could send it via email, replay it, or save it to the library. Yeah, don't do it again. There are some other motor skill kind of things that a child can use, popping the bubbles, things like that. That is in the slides. There are a few more of those types. I'm not gonna show you those, but you will have access to those. There are two breathing ones that I love. Tactile breather. I love this because it is so.
Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale,
Yep.
2.
All right, you can change a little bit in the settings, but basically that's it. And then there's also breathe to relax. Now I have to admit this one has a lot of questions before you get started. I am going to skip it, and
Now,
I am just going to start.
breathe in by taking air deep into your belly. Allow your belly to expand while your shoulders and chest.
All right, I
stay
don't want you guys
relaxed.
falling asleep, so I'm going to turn that one off. And there's a child's one, breathe well. I think what I like about this one is it's super simple. It has visual support and you can set reminders. So I can actually send notifications. So if a student's really big on his iPad or does a lot of his work on or her work on the iPad, let's say they're like scanning worksheets and they're using various different programs on their iPad, and then they get a little alert. It's, time to do your breathing, because maybe we know after working 30 minutes, this child might need that kind of little sensory break. So it's super simple. It's just breathing up and then exhaling, inhaling, based on the ball. There's setting changes you can do there as well. Super simple. I am going down the slideshow to, oh yes, Seeing AI. Do you guys know that one? So I just want to show you how intuitive this is. They've made some changes. So I'm going to go small text.
Short text.
Short text.
Bathroom. How are you? Hello.
Now I want to show you this.
Also in comma 50 handwriting.
Sorry.
Preview. Processing. Early fossils date to the Paleocene. Avo 2, how are you?
Sorry.
What is your ma?
So I'm sorry, I got some of the butterfly stuff in that one. That's why I talked about paleo fossils. Let's just do this.
Processing. Euloidy. Butterfly fossils date to
Oh,
the
I got it again.
Paleocene. About 56 million years. How are you? What is your name?
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, you don't want the typing in there because it gets it. But if you notice, this app can scan and tell you text, short text, long text, scan. It's made for people who are visually impaired. Can scan money, people. The people's a really fun one to do because it's often wrong, but you can get it to memorize certain people by what they look like and then store that so they remember it. It is created for the visually impaired. I was sitting with my friend who's probably 20, 30 years younger than me, and somebody used it to demonstrate, and it said woman 28, man 52, and it was the opposite. So meaning ages. So it wasn't good on age, but it is really good about other things. That one's Seeing AI. That is only for the iOS, but Android has a Lookout. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. And since we are talking about things for visually impaired, Braille scan, you can see it right here on mine. Braille scan is so cool. It can scan Braille and read it to you and type it in words, what it's saying. And the reason why I stumbled upon it was I had a child who's losing their vision, learning Braille, but still yet in all general ed classes. So as she's learning Braille, the general ed teacher was like, how am I supposed to know what she's doing? How can I help her? So it just literally scans what she's doing, and it helped the student because she is learning Braille. So she's scanning it to see if she's doing, learning it correctly. So, and it's free, by the way, free. Everything I'm talking about is free. Literally everything. Oh, I want to show you Good Counter. It's so simple, but I had some aides use it. This is it. I can edit all. I obviously put these behaviors in it. You can put more, you can put less, you can change the colors. I just did this real simple. So I can have a paraprofessional taking data, and maybe even it's a certain colors for a certain student, but you literally just click on. Now, it doesn't do much else than that. However, you then take a screenshot of that and you saved your data. So again, you think of it this way. Colors could be students, colors could be times of day, but it's so simple. And if you click too much, you can simply go down one. And that's Good Counter, and that too is for free. I would like to show you, I'm going to get off of this. Okay. So, oh yes. Has anyone heard of this one? Where is my cell phone? This is on an Android. This is quite interesting. I am going to turn my camera to my Hoover Cam. Can you guys see my camera or my nothing? What's under my camera, my dock camera? By any chance?
We can, but your picture is pretty small right now since you're sharing your screen.
That's a great comment to make. Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah.
That helps. Okay, so it's called PictoPic. It's an app on Android only. So I'm not sure. I haven't thought of like how I'm going to use it yet, but look at that. The words on my paper are just, these are just typed words. Wait, where can you see that? typed words. When I hold my phone over it, I'm going to make sure you can see it. Can you see that? When I hold it over maybe I can bring this down a little. Boy, there we go.
There we go.
And then like if I go to, let's say this one, see how the picture symbol, oh, you can't now, it's too bright. The picture symbol of bathroom came up. It's probably glaring too much, right? To see it. You could see that one because it's red right there. Can you see? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So you
Yes,
can see
we
that
see
one's
that.
because it's red, but bathroom was white. That's probably with the glare, you couldn't see it. So I just thought that was so super interesting. I'll be honest, I haven't used it yet for anything. I'm going to show you two more quick things. I know we totally went over, but you can't help it. There's so many cool things. I want to just show you the classroom screen.com. So you can change the background, but here's why I absolutely love this. There's so many cool things. I can have a timer. Think about this if this was your whiteboard or you're projecting your screen on the board for students. So there's all kinds of different ways you can change the timer. You can have a ding. You can change the amount of time, the color scheme. You can change a lot with that. It doesn't have to just look like this, but also it shows the time passing, which we won't see because we're not waiting for 10 minutes, but it does. Traffic light, and you can make this bigger too on your screen. So let's say you had this again projected on your wall, and you can hide this, and you tell students, all right, everyone, time to work. And they're working and working and working and working, and you're walking around helping people, and you have 5 minutes left. All right, 5 minutes left. And then put your pencils down. Or you can also use it for other things. Think about like volume, like good volume, maybe it's too loud. So you can use that for some variety of reasons. And there's also ways to change that as well, meaning in the settings. So you can change different ones, you can enable sounds, things like that. Although I said you can use it as a volume meter. Oh, let's put that guy back. Oops, no, I meant back. There is actually a sound level meter. See how it's going up here in purple. I'm going to make it so we have to be quieter just to see what happens. So what would happen? Oh yeah, there's a ding. Okay. But you can turn off the volume. You can also, again, change the way the sound, I can change the sensitivity, where the sound is coming from, and things like that. So that can also be like on your wall, on your board. You can create QR codes. You can have a random name picker. All you have to do is have all of your students' names listed in there. And then as long as you save it, you literally just click on it and it'll pick one of your students' names, which is great for a classroom where you want to, maybe there's a child that like always wants to go first, or maybe there's kids that don't speak up. This way it'll give them that option. You can take various polls and post them up as well. You can change the background. So there's just a lot of different things. It's just great for having it up on your, either on a whiteboard or, projecting on a screen. The other class kind of free website I like is this classtools.net. It has a ton of different ones. So it has a random name picker. It's a wheel spinner. You just type in your students' names and you spin the wheel. But I wanted to show you the reveal. The reveal is this one, image reveal. And think about all the educational ways you can use this. I'm just going to click OK. And so first of all, you can make less tiles. So I can make it a lot less. I'm going to use the photo they have under there. But let's say you're reading a story about a volcano, and some of your vocabulary words one of them might be volcano, right? So there's a volcano under here, and I only put this many. And you reveal it and you kind of start asking questions. So maybe I'll say, or you can have a child pick, what number do you want to uncover first? So that means like now we're working on numbers. I want to I want to see 4. Oh gosh, what do you guys think this is? I don't know. We just learned about it. Pick another number. Oh, you want 9. I still don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. And then you just have the students talking, like, what do you see in it? Oh, I see a C. What could that be? So you're kind of getting kids talking and discussing and guessing and calling out numbers. You can also do a play where it does a slow reveal by itself. But how fun if you literally put your vocabulary and or pictures from your story and things like that. You can really have a lot of fun with that educationally and get a lot of language, I think, out of students. I know that, let me go back to this. I know I talk too much. I know I have way more than I said I would. Or I mean, more than an hour. We've already gone over our time slot. Let me tell you that it'll all be in the handout. If you don't know Immersive Reader, this is a Edge freebie. You just click on it. Watch this. If I click on this little Immersive Reader, okay, first of all, it makes the website clean. See that, how nice it was? Do I want to read it out loud? What other grammar tools do I have? Reading preferences. Let's see, I can focus. I can have it highlight line by line. Oh my goodness, a picture dictionary. Stop it. I can choose the language. Let's see if they highlight. Oh, that's what that looks like. That is super cool. Picture dictionary. I mean, it just has so many great options.
Use Immersive Reader in Microsoft Edge. Immersive Reader in Microsoft Edge simplifies web page layouts.
Removes ads, removes clutter. You can change the voices too, by the way, the speed and the voice. It is just, I just think it's super cool, and it's
removes
free.
Clutter and helps you customize your reading
experience. It's free, and then you can. There's all kinds of different grammar tools where they will highlight, like maybe you want to highlight all the verbs or highlight all the nouns. Super, super cool. Yep, you can even do syllable splits where they're going to break up your words by syllables. It's also free. So I am going to, how do I get to, am I not sharing anymore?
No, we can see your screen.
Oh, how do I not share anymore is the question. Yeah, I don't see like now that I hid the toolbar. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, sorry. Stop share. Okay. Woo. I thought, wouldn't that be funny if no one was there and I was just talking up a storm? I know we went over, and I'm so sorry. I know we got started a little late. There's more resources in the actual handout, but I also wanted to just say, like, does anyone actually have any particular questions or comments? Or, oh, look at that. It's on my did you guys see what's on? It's not me, it's my doc cam. That's hilarious.
There you go. Yes, I was just about to say something.
Yes. So actually, Dan Hurley, he just taught me that. Oh, now it says no camera. Hey, there it
you
is.
are.
I just learned that little trick because my doc cam is really old, and the hardware doesn't work on my computer anymore. It says my computer can't support it, and I was like, oh no, how do I use my doc cam? You can actually if you're on Zoom, you can change, like you saw, my screen to whatever's on my doc cam, even though my doc cam technically does not work on my computer. But I thought that is a super good hack if anyone wants to use a doc cam to, share things on Zooms. So, and my email is on the presentation too. If you guys have any questions, want to share any cool things you guys are doing, I love to collaborate and share and learn new things from other people as well.
We had some questions in the chat, Mo.
Oh,
I'll read through them for you. So this was one of the first things you were sharing. They were asking, can you only use it for a week or just have a week to download it? Do you remember which one she's referring to there?
you know what? I'm going to minimize this and go. It was towards the beginning, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was referring to the free app downloads. You said that you get
Oh,
them for
that
a
is a
week.
great question. Thank you for asking. No, once you download it, it's yours, but meaning you have a week window to download it. Thank you. That is a great
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank you for clarifying.
Yep, once you get it, it's yours free for life unless the company, stops supporting it and it falls off your iPad. But yes, it's free forever, but you get to look at them, you get to choose from them for the week. Yeah.
Another question is, does auto draw work on an iPad or touchscreen with finger access if someone cannot use a mouse?
Yes, yes, because it's a website. So as long as you have internet and can pull it up on the website, yes.
And then there was another question. Do these features work with PowerPoint and Keynote too? I think that was referring to all those features
Kind of
on
all
Google
of them.
Slides.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So there are definitely some things that you can do. I'm just going back to them. So for example, there is not Creator Studio in PowerPoint. However, there is Tall Tweet as a website. There are other options similar in PowerPoint. For example, to the transition in PowerPoint, it's called animation. So the one girl that ran across just based on using a transition in PowerPoint, they have that. Yeah, a lot of these, definitely a lot can be used in PowerPoint as well. Some of them might be called something different, like for example, animation versus transition, but yet the same function. For whatever reason, and I was never a Google, ever. And then I got Google certified. Because every school I was going into, everyone was like, oh, we're a Chrome school, or oh, we're all Google. And I thought I'm just going to jump in, but I'm not going to jump all the way in. I have a PC. I'm not going like Chromebook or all the way, but I am shocked how many really cool things I have found in Google, especially working with a lot of different schools. So I have appreciated that for sure.
Another question is, any app recommendations for visual schedules, especially for very young children, preschool and younger?
So not as many free nice ones. I figure when they're 3 and younger, I'd rather use the old school paper laminated Velcro one. I think it's probably, especially if a child is that young and already likes the iPad, it might be too distracting, meaning they want the iPad for play, not for something that it feels more work-like. But the schedules the schedules in the apps that are free are probably not good for that age level. And please, if anyone knows of one, I don't know if they have the ability to unmute, but I'm totally cool with somebody unmuting saying, well, here's one. No.
We had a couple of other comments. Someone said Android also has Envision AI.
Envision AI, how did they spell it?
With an E.
Ah, okay.
Envision AI.
Thank you, whoever shared that.
That was Mike.
Thanks, Mike. And that's Android. I'm going to add that information. Love it.
And then Richard said Good Counter might be great for FBA data.
Yep.
And that's all we have for now.
All right. Well, that was super fun. I hope everyone got me. You know what? If it's in the evening and you got one or two good ideas outside of your workday, I call it a good day, right? Because everyone's needs are totally different. So my cool and free might be someone else's like, what is this lady doing? But it was fun to do and reach out. My email is in the slideshow at the end, which will be your handout. Feel free to also find me on social media if you want, Facebook or Instagram, though I probably do more Facebook, just work-wise, which sounds so weird to say. I go on Facebook for work, but I find a lot of great groups on Facebook. So, but you might see my dogs every once in a while. I'm not going to lie, but feel free. It's under my name. And then, and if you ever have anything to share, I love sharing. If I find out anything new, and I like to post it on my Facebook. So I would love to network.